Parker Schnabel's discovery rocked the mining world. An abandoned TRL, forgotten in the wilderness but still full of gold, worth an incredible $400 million, was discovered among the overgrown remnants of a deserted mining site. How could such a treasure-filled machine have gone unnoticed for so long? Let's get into the amazing details and find out what Parker intends to do with this incredible discovery, which made the other miners try to eliminate him for decades. In contrast to today's modern machines, the TRL was a fruit built for strength and volume rather than finesse. Back in its prime, it churned through tons of material every day, extracting nuggets and particles of gold. However, the worst part is that because of antiquated methods, much of the finer gold had slipped through the cracks quite a bit. The forgotten gold machine, which was covered in grime and surrounded by dense vegetation, looked as though it had not been touched in decades. There was a treasure trove hidden in plain sight after decades of neglect, and Parker's curiosity was piqued. What Parker found inside the rusted TRL wasn't just gold, it was a clue to something much larger that could change the course of this abandoned mining site's history. For years there had been rumors about the site circulating in the neighborhood, such as you have a problem with Lucifer, so you have a feed direction problem, or a chute that's blocked off down in the distributor or something. When Parker brushed off the dirt and took his first look inside, the glint of something shiny stopped him in his tracks. It was evident that this was no ordinary find, that this was a potential gold rush waiting to happen. The Trommel was part of a larger operation that was abandoned when the miners ran out of money or faced other unforeseen challenges. The touched piles of sediment near the machine were said to be filled with gold-rich dirt, but no one had dared to confirm it. Restoring the TRL was no easy task. Parker and his team faced the monumental challenge of, in order to bring the rusting beast back to life, they first had to figure out how to move the enormous machine to a place where they could work on it. Next, they had to refurbish it, which required fixing or replacing countless parts, from main steel drum to gears and screens. Each step required patience and skill, but Parker's team was adamant because they knew the potential reward was worth the effort. As they worked, they discovered an unexplored sediment stockpile close to the TRL. Initial tests on the dirt revealed astounding results. The concentration of gold was far higher than anything Parker had ever seen in his normal mining operations. It wasn't just promising, though. It was a game share. This wasn't just dirt, it was a jackpot. Parker set up a temporary processing plant, combining traditional mining techniques with state-of-the-art technology to make sure that no gold particle was missed. As a result, revenue is currently under a lot of pressure, something we haven't had in a long time, but we have 2 plants operating. But the story didn't end there. When Parker's team dug into the TRL's past, they found records that suggested other abandoned sites connected to this machine. It seemed the TRL had been part of a network of operations, each potentially hiding similar fortunes. These logs detailed areas with high concentrations of gold, providing a roadmap to even more hidden wealth. The recovered gold added up day after day, and the total value quickly climbed into the millions. Restoring the TRL itself became a journey into history, as each component of the machine, from rusted gears to dented panels, told a story. It was evident that the TRL had seen heavy use during its heyday, and specialists were brought in to make sure every repair was done correctly, because even a small mistake could compass the operation. By the time the trail roared back to life, it was a fusion of modern engineering and historical craftsmanship. The experience was more than just a financial gain for Parker and his team. By exploring the history of the TRL, they discovered the story of the miners who had run it decades earlier. These were ambitious individuals pursuing their dreams in a harsh and unforgiving environment, and piecing together their narrative gave the project depth and made it more than just a search for gold. It processed dirt with astounding efficiency, separating gold nuggets and fine particles with ease. Parker's trauma became a symbol of what's possible when determination meets opportunity. It wasn't just a rusting. The discovery also sparked widespread interest in the mining community. I'll try to get you some reinforcements so you can speed it up. But okay, timeline's blown up. This isn't nearly what we thought it was, huh? Experts and enthusiasts alike started speculating about what other treasures might still be hidden in forgotten corners of the world. The TRL, once an abandoned chunk of metal, became the cornerstone of one of Parker's most successful ventures. Its rediscovery rekindled interest in exploring abandoned mining sites, with many wondering what other fortunes might be waiting to be found. With the TRL uncovered and its value clear, Relic was a testament to the untapped potential that exists in the most unexpected places. By the end of the operation, Parker's team had recovered an astounding amount of gold, with estimates placing the total value well into the hundreds of millions. In the competitive world of gold mining, most people are focused on what is directly in front of them, missing real gems hidden in the past. The rediscovery of a long-forgotten TRL machine proves that true treasure sometimes weighs beneath layers of rust and neglect. This machine, a relic of a bygone era, was transformed into a gold mine. The team knew that the hardest part was forthcoming, giving old machines new life. The TRL, an imposing beast of machinery, was a cornerstone of gold mining in its prime, designed to separate gold from dirt and rocks. It was once an engineering marvel during Marvel, but as technology advanced, these hulking machines became obsolete and were left to rust in forgotten corners of mining territories, which is where our protagonist finds himself, making powerhouse through determination, ingenuity, and a little old-fashioned grit, brings ambition and a vision to the scene where others saw junk. He saw opportunity. The story starts in a remote area where, while working with gold rush prospectors among the remnants of this golden era, he discovered a TRL buried beneath layers of dirt and overgrowth. Most people would have written it off as scrap, but he knew that these machines frequently left gold in their processed sediment, a potential treasure trove waiting to be tapped. Hauling this multi-ton machine out of the wilderness was a feat in and of itself. It required a team of experts, cranes, trucks, and careful planning to transport the TRL to a workshop for restoration. Every mile of the journey was a gamble, but the stakes were worth it once the machine arrived at its destination. Years of rust and decay were removed, and its antiquated parts were replaced with state-of-the-art technology. The restoration process involved more than just making the inefficient machine work. It involved transforming it into a high-tech marvel. Outdated gears were replaced with high-tech parts, and a new motor was installed to power the massive drum. Advanced sensors and automation systems were integrated, transforming the TRL into a data-driven powerhouse that allowed the team to monitor gold recovery rates, material flow, and blockages in real time. The team used 3D modeling software to create a digital twin of the TRL, which was a game-changer because it allowed them to test upgrades and troubleshoot issues before implementing changes in the real machine. They were able to maximize efficiency and profits to make sure everything went smoothly. Drones were also added to the mix, mapping gold-rich zones with pinpoint accuracy using high-resolution images and data. The team also identified the most promising sediment piles to process, and every move was when time came to fire up the TRL. The stakes couldn't have been higher. The massive drum started to spin, dirt and debris poured in, and gold started to flow out. The results were astounding. The TRL recovered millions of dollars in gold, far exceeding expectations. The gamble had paid off handsomely, demonstrating that the machine was more than just a relic. It was a gold mine in disguise. The success of the TRL wasn't just about the money. It was a wake-up call for the entire mining industry. There could be a problem with Lucifer if you have a lot of gold in one wing and not the other. This project sparked a renewed interest in restoring old mining equipment, with enthusiasts and prospectors searching archives and records for similar opportunities. It was a mini-revolution that challenged the industry to think creatively and embrace new ideas. It demonstrated that forgotten machinery could still hold immense value, inspiring others to look beyond traditional methods, the untapped potential of the past. But it wasn't just nostalgia. The team's mining strategy established a new benchmark for sustainability and accountability by utilizing cutting-edge technology to minimize environmental impact while optimizing gold recovery. This won the respect of both local communities and other miners, demonstrating that profit and responsibility could coexist. The restored TRL became a symbol of hope and possibility, reminding everyone in the industry that there's always more to learn. The team's success demonstrated that bold thinking and perseverance could turn even the most abandoned relics into gold-producing powerhouses. The legacy of this incredible find will undoubtedly inspire future generations of miners to keep searching, keep digging, and never give up on the promise of hidden treasure. The project breathed new life into the land and inspired a new wave of innovation. It wasn't just about finding gold. It was about rediscovering history and proving that the ingenuity of past generations still holds value today. When the TRL resumed operations, it wasn't just about finding gold. It was also about demonstrating that anything is possible with the right vision and effort. The abandoned TRL is now a symbol of perseverance and creativity, serving as a testament to what's possible when you dare to look beyond the surface. It serves as a reminder that even in the mining industry, where the focus is frequently on the newest technology and methods, sometimes the real treasure lies in the past. Not only did this project uncover gold, but it also uncovered a new way of thinking about mining. Disused machines scattered throughout the area, once dismissed as worthless relics, now appear as potential timepieces. The TR machine, once thought of as an antiquated piece of rusting metal, has become a symbol of how the past and future can coexist by fusing traditional mining techniques with state-of-the-art technology. The transformation of the TRL wasn't just about recovering gold, it was a statement. This restored machine managed to operate with much less waste and a significantly smaller environmental impact than traditional methods, directly challenging the antiquated belief that striking it rich means damaging the planet beyond repair. These machines, when paired with smart innovations, are reshaping how the entire industry operates. By combining artificial intelligence and automated systems, the TRL was brought back to life with capabilities that could rival brand new technology. This project proved that it wasn't about nostalgia, but rather about seeing potential and adding value from underutilized resources. Its success has literally and figuratively inspired other mining operations to reconsider how they approach their own legacies and equipment. The TRL story is more than just a technical accomplishment. It's a testament to grit, determination, and vision. Restoring this enormous machine revealed opportunities no one had anticipated. Advanced mapping tools uncovered underground deposits that previous miners had missed entirely. These weren't just small traces of gold. They were a testament to the power of innovation and a second chance. The team demonstrated how combining the wisdom of the past with modern technology can result in remarkable results. The TRL, which had been discarded as useless, turned out to be the key to unlocking multiple fortunes. The restoration process was no small feat, as engineers, geologists, and mechanics collaborated to rebuild the TRL piece by piece. Many components were damaged beyond repair, requiring custom-built replacements. Did you notice anything wonky? Yes, I did notice that the water was flowing on the right-hand side of the right wing, but with the vibrating, it could just walk over a bit. It wasn't just about repairing a machine, it was about reimagining what it could be. The local community also played a vital role in providing the team with records and stories that gave them important insights into the machine's history and original operation. When the TRL roared back to life, it was more than just a mechanical success, it was an emotional triumph. This machine, which had previously been thought to be obsolete, now operated with greater precision and speed than the restored TRL. Stands as a reminder that even forgotten relics can hold incredible potential. The impact of the TRL project went far beyond the team that worked on it. It became a rallying cry for the mining industry to reevaluate how they view old equipment and abandoned sites. Parker's efforts demonstrated that mining's future doesn't have to be limited to this. The original design could have ever allowed watching it process dirt and extract gold to come at the expense of its history. His team's efforts showed that even the most neglected machines could be turned into effective tools for contemporary use. The TRML's journey from rusted scrap to a gold-producing powerhouse is proof of what can happen when invention and perseverance come together. The TRML's success wasn't just a victory for Parker's team, it also demonstrated how outdated, forgotten machines can open up new opportunities for everyone, changing the rules of gold mining. Parker developed a model for exploration that balances sustainability and efficiency by utilizing historical analysis and forward-thinking strategies. He collaborated with researchers and universities, and his work has influenced the creation of new algorithms to assess the potential of older equipment. These systems help determine whether components should be replaced or refurbished, maximizing the value of what many had written off as obsolete. The TRL's success has sparked similar projects around the world. by rethinking how resources are extracted. This approach is bringing new life to areas that were once thought to be abandoned. The economic benefits are undeniable, creating jobs and revitalizing local economies wherever these projects take root. Environmental groups are closely monitoring Parker's work, and mining has been criticized for good reason. In Australia, South America, and Africa, people are now exploring their own abandoned sites in an attempt to replicate Parker's accomplishments. For years due to the environmental damage that mining causes. But Parker's TRL project is demonstrating to everyone that it is possible to make mining both profitable and sustainable at the same time. His team has achieved this by reducing waste and implementing more intelligent and responsible practices. These changes are not merely minor adjustments. They are demonstrating to the mining industry as a whole that it is possible to do things differently while still making money and likely still getting about 15 feet to bedrock. As it appears, what Parker's team has done is more than just one local success. It's an idea that's reaching people everywhere around the mining areas. Towns and businesses are getting a boost. Because of the renewed activity, shops, restaurants, and small industries are growing again, and families are seeing opportunities that didn't exist before. The effects of this project extend far beyond the gold they've extracted from the ground. It's affecting lives locally. There are 10 feet to thaw at a foot a week for 10 weeks, and 2.5 months from Bebel to here. The TRL is more than just an outdated piece of mining equipment. It is a potent symbol of what happens when people combine innovation, hard work, and a clear vision for the future. Parker's work reminds us that even the most forgotten tools can have value if we are willing to rethink how we use them. His team's success shows that mining can help improve economies and even the way people think about mining. Instead of abandoning the past, the TRL project demonstrates that we can build on it to create something much better. It also challenges us all to consider what other tools, industries, or ideas we might be disregarding because they seem out of date. Parker's story teaches us to look deeper not just into the ground, but also into our own assumptions about what's possible. By giving the TRL another chance, Parker has demonstrated to the world that a lesson that goes far beyond mining is that progress isn't about giving up on old ways, but rather finding new value in them. It's a call for us all to examine what we already have and consider how it might help us create a better future. Is Parker Schnabel's discovery a lucky find, or could it uncover hidden riches that others have been ignoring for years? Is this abandoned trail part of a larger forgotten treasure that is just waiting to be discovered? Please share your thoughts, and remember to like and subscribe for more.